And we'll go ahead and apply a adhesive bandage. Pretty... Oh, we've been bitten. It was just red. Why is it... I guess red overcomes... I guess the red overwrites the blue of a bite. Okay. Which makes sense. Red is more temporary and whatnot than the bite is, which you will be revealed to you once the bleeding goes away. Okay, so my antiseptic is in the rucksack, I guess. So we'll go back and treat our wound. Keep an eye out for additional zombies. Keep an eye on our too big to pick up. Sure. Wear the rucksack. Drop the cudgel. Wield the cudgel. Come over here. Apply the antiseptic. Antiseptic. Done. Okay. This chat is lovely. Everyone is so cheerful. Yes, everyone but the streamer in this area is generally cheerful. Gotta sleep. See you. Have a nice one. Bye, Jack. Thanks for stopping by. You get some kind of flashlight so that you can do a quick flash so you have an idea of what you're dealing with, then lose sight if it's too much. Do you mean here in Cataclysm? My brain says phasmophobia when I hear flashlight now. That does make sense. We do have a flashlight with a battery. We could do a quick flick. They did change it so that when you flick the flashlight, you actually stay illuminated for a turn or two. Something, I don't really know the exact time. So it's not as gamey and exploitable as it used to be, but we could flash if we wanted to. Isn't red a bleeding wound? Yeah, it just stopped bleeding, and we had a bite underneath the bleed, basically. Drop that rucksack. Go down and fight them. Taking some beatings here. Trying to fisticuff the zombies certainly has not helped. I wish they had followed me up the stairs so that I could kind of corner them with the bookshelves and not have to worry about two at a time, but it is what it is. Go back upstairs, regain your stamina. Take a little rest there. You're working pretty hard, my man. Disinfected, lightly weary. We'll take a peek. Did not consider that there would be more books on the ground floor. We really should prioritize what books we take. Okay. Pulp the corpses. Yes, stop. Hello, zombie. Just trying to pulp your friends. Not a big deal. Don't take it so personal. Flying spaghetti monster. No thank you. Have we talked about this? I think the inclusion of the flying spaghetti monster is a bit silly. I'm all for representing other faiths. We have a lot of spiritual books in the game. But I don't know anyone who actually believes in the flying spaghetti monster. Isn't it like strictly to just mock people who have other belief systems? I never like seeing that in game. What don't we want? I don't really care about chemistry, but I bet it's hard to find those books. Okay, this looks like a novel. We don't want that. How to Succeed in Business is probably like speaking or something. We don't want that. I think Break a Leg is the acting book. We don't really need that. I don't really care about cooking recipes that much either. Awful holiday cooking. That's cute. Home distillation. I mean, I really don't do brewing either in the game. Pocket survival guide. I don't know what to keep. To serve man, I don't care about at all. We're not going to be cannibal or anything. Under the Hood family cookbook. The trapping book, I don't care. Trapping book, I don't care. I'm sure they probably have recipes, but they're not a huge priority. That freed up a fair bit of space. So now when we go down, we should be able to loot. Hello, zombie. Always zombies. You would think. I mean, I'm just always surprised in this zombie game when I see zombies. Let's drop our backpack again. Well, no, we have to wear the backpack to loot. Everyone's adding me. Hello, yes. Good to hear. Need to get my Cataclysm fix. Well, welcome to the stream. Gonna be short, though, today. Hour and a half tops. When there is a bite and bleeding, the limb color is kind of purple. Is it? I did not notice. What I saw was it was red, and then, because it was a dark red, it must have been a heavier bleed. And then I went to treat that wound, but before I could treat it, the bleeding went away, and then it revealed that I had been bitten. And it makes sense that it's that way. I just was surprised. Aren't they all about a flying spaghetti monster? It just seems like it's not so much about the existence of the flying spaghetti monster. It's more like I think the flying spaghetti monster is mostly to mock other belief systems, and I don't really support people who go out of their way to mock other people and other people's belief systems, because you as a human being should develop your own belief system, and no one should tell you what you should and should not believe. I would drop all the joy books for one. Well, I don't think I have joy books though. I think they're all recipe books. Like these normally you would see the parentheticals here and you would think like, oh, that's a novel, but I don't think it is. I think Liverlicious Recipes actually have recipes in the book, so drop them somewhere you can remember just in case you come back. Oh, I'm never coming back. Let's the reason I dropped those is because I really wanted the first aid books, because they have a lot of value long term to get those higher tier first aid skills. Oh my god, there's a lot of good books. Okay, well, definitely want engineering and mechanical mastery. Mechanical mastery is so valuable. Oh, we don't have space. Okay, we're going to drop anything cooking related, any skill that I don't use, frankly. I was going to keep them. I just don't care. Wrestling moves, get out of here. Crafts for beginners, no. Indonesian warrior, I don't know what you are, but I probably don't need you. Science experiment, chemistry for kids, we'll keep that. Cooking, get out of here. Cookbooks, guns and ammo, I can never remember what books are valuable and which ones aren't. Home distillation, no thank you. Pockets, I don't know. Sushi, get out of here. Sushi is delicious. I do love sushi, but I need actual fab books and things with recipes. And you know what? You know what's funny? We're probably gonna die while we're trying to escape, so none of this is gonna be relevant. We're gonna grab some of this random crap. We already have under the hood. I don't really need pop mechanics. Give me engineering for sure, and mechanical mastery is an absolute necessity. Welding and metallurgy, very important book. Anything with recipes, very important book. I don't know if we have an internal combustion. So many valuable books. This is way better than the floor above it was. Okay, these are all the... Okay, we already have So Awesome Monthly. Clothing designer, if I recall, is... No, which one has chitin in it? One of the chitin recipes is in a sewing book. I don't remember. I think it's for designers, maybe, but it doesn't really fit. I don't think a portfolio makes sense. Like, isn't a portfolio your own personal work that you would show off to people? Hello, Zambies. You bit my pants. Okay, you're biting me a lot. Let's go upstairs. Bleeding again. This has been already quite difficult, and we haven't even made it to the exterior of the mall. What am I doing? Drop the rucksack. Our health is okay. I mean, worst case scenario, we come back upstairs and spend another night if we get, like, super damaged or whatever. We could do this over the course of several days, clearing to the exit until we knew it was safe. I just don't really want to play that way, because I think in the real zombie apocalypse, I would not, you know, fight dozens of zombies just to get out. I would try to run for it. You're right about belief systems. You got multiple copies. Oh. Did I? We'll check. Yes, with the cudgel. Yes, I know. Drop anything that's a duplicate. We did get a duplicate. Okay. That's the only one, though. Read about belief systems. Even mainstream religious people have their own beliefs that are tailored to them, even me as a faithless. Yeah, I mean, at this, again, and I was trying to avoid controversial things, probably shouldn't have talked so much about, like, religion and spirituality and whatever. I don't really have a belief system at this point. I've largely lost any faith I may have had at some point. So, like, you know, I say that not as a person who, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, I'm a Christian, they're making fun of me. It's not like that. It's more like, I just don't believe in mocking other people for belief systems unless they are super far and away, like, harmful. And you can make an argument that a religion is harmful, but, like, You know what I mean? Like, unless you're... I don't know. Let's not talk about it, actually. This is exactly what I said I wouldn't talk about. So, let's murder some zombies. A lot of zombies in the bookstore, which is funny, because like I haven't seen anyone in a bookstore in a long time. You'll need a cart for all those books. No supermarkets on the mall. No carts in the mall. Bottles of cough syrup could free up a bit unless you got a cold. Yeah, I feel like I need to hang on to the cough syrup because I never have it when I need it. You're gonna escape. I believe in you. Oh, I love this support. Should add carts to the mall, not food carts, but shopping carts. You can actually pull the food carts around with you if you want to, and they do have some storage attached to them. Never seen a mall with shopping carts unless it was a big box store attached. I can't really think of one either, unless we count Dead Rising, which probably doesn't count. So many books. These are just novels, though. We don't need to worry about them. My God, zombies! Zombies love to read. It's canonical, but zombies love to read. Getting tore up a fair bit as well. And honestly, if we're experiencing this amount of monster density in the store, I'm a little concerned about what awaits us in the hallways. Computer science. I don't have space for you. I actually literally don't have space. Well, our pants are gonna fall off while we're leaving. I've never fought in my underoos, but I don't know that it's gonna be an enjoyable experience. I also don't need through the lens, really. Why am I... Doesn't matter. It's survival. I mean, it's something. Oh my God, zombies. Is it the coffee bar? Do zombies love coffee? Maybe they don't like reading at all. Maybe I was completely incorrect. You gonna come up here or not? Okay, someone else is gonna come up here. I don't know what the fat zombie's doing over there. Perhaps he has stopped to nibble on his fallen comrades. My God, so many zombies. I need my stamina. Come back. Trolleys, maybe. Malls usually have those from experience. See hand baskets than actual carts. I don't even see baskets anymore. I went to so I mean, obviously I go to the supermarket sometimes. They don't even have baskets at Walmart or my supermarket anymore. They only have carts. I guess because people keep stealing baskets. So I don't know how common... I don't know if that's true everywhere, but I live in the country and people are stealing baskets. So seems like probably in the big city they wouldn't be that common either. We also have this thing. We don't have it here anymore. I think people complained and they got rid of it, but it used to be when you would get a shopping cart, you had to insert a card or $1 or something. I don't remember. I don't think I've ever paid for a cart. Usually I buy like 2 things and then I leave. But like you used to have to insert like a bill or whatever, and then when you return the card, it would give you your bill back to prevent people from stealing. But also like never really understood that because if I wanted to steal a shopping cart, I would be fine paying $1 for it. Seems completely reasonable of a price to steal a cart. Stats have dropped considerably. We're doing a lot of fighting as well. I'm trying to keep an eye on weariness to see if that advances at all. So many zombies. My God, it's like I'm in a mall or something. Dead Rising had shopping carts. I don't think they had... I'm trying to think Dawn of the Dead back in the day. That was the mall one, right? Dawn of the Dead. I don't know if they had carts in that or not. I only remember the remake. I remember the remake. 2004, something like that. Are you a brute? Tough zombie, athletic, okay. Thankfully, if we fight them in these corridors, they can't mount or push past the bookcases, so we have to, we don't have to worry about them surrounding us. So we probably should do our fighting in these aisles. My God, this is probably the 13th zombie we've seen, 15th zombie we've seen. Okay, just keep murdering. Just keep on. It's like it's right in my name. It's fine. Speech books. I don't really care about the. I think the. What's the army manual? There's a field repairs or something like that. That one's pretty good, but these are like attack skill books. I don't really care about those. Is it field repairs? Something like that. I don't remember. Anyway. Not really seeing any other books. We just mostly wanted those high tier fab books. And the recipe books. Like Mechanical Mastery is a really good book to have. For the... Oh, that's just open there. Well, we don't want to go there. We'll come to the corner. That way they'll stay clustered in this area. Because if we come over here, they'll start filtering in. So, quite a fair bit of monster density. I'm debating if we should pick up the backpack and just book it. Or if we should try to clear to the exit, then come back and get the bag. And I think probably the second one makes more sense. Now that I'm vocalizing it. Oh no, the exit's to the south. So we would have to go past what we've already seen as a fair bit of monster density. Presumably it's just an open, so it's a mall. Probably just big glass doors. It's dark outside. The zombies would probably congregate mostly in the parking lot. They wouldn't congregate at the entrance. There's nothing for them there. Plus, any zombie that's outside has had 2 or 3 days to basically bolt and chase rabbits or any random thing that they see. Just keep... We'll clear them if we see them. We'll try to get them to trickle over 1 or 2 at a time. We'll fight them, we'll try to clear to the exit, and then once we're there, we'll bolt. Not sure how this zombie got in here. It might have trickled around the corner and followed our sound. Yeah, it looks like the ones I had maybe had follow me over had followed my scent in the building, so that's not great. What do we got? Roller suitcases. I have a shopping cart in my room. Did you steal it? Maybe add a rare spawn inside homes. Good melee training. You probably even got brawling style. I've literally never used a brawling style, I don't think. Or, I'm sorry, any fighting style in the entire game. I don't really play with martial arts. I've always viewed that as like... I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm sure it would be valuable in the zombie apocalypse. I just never really... I don't know. I don't play with martial arts. We should keep pulping, although I hear them smashing to our south. Let's go upstairs and regain our stamina. A lot of them have come in here. I'm guessing our scent has been piling up, and that's kind of why they're starting to make their way in, especially because I've been near the open doors where our scent could possibly go out and have them follow it in. My god, we're doing a lot of fighting, and our health is getting to a point where we might actually have to go back and spend another night in the mall. There are just so many zombies. Again, this is part of the problem with us luring zombies through the skylights or open, I don't know what you call those things, the open floors above, is that many of them will not die from the fall. In fact, pretty much none of them will die from the fall. So they just end up on the ground floor. I bet if we went upstairs, there's a skylight right around the place that we're currently at. And that would be, I bet, why we're seeing so many, because we had dropped some down. I bet, yeah, right there. So we probably did lead a bunch of those down there, and all we really did was push them out until a later time. The $1 for a cart is for people to return them because people don't bother otherwise. Oh, so it's not actually supposed to prevent the stealing of the cart. It's more to incentivize you to take the cart back to the front door or whatever. People go to malls still. Sure they do. I remember when the pandemic started, I said to my brother, hey, pandemic going on, we live with some older people. Maybe you should stay home a little bit more. Maybe you should take this seriously and not, put our family at risk. And he was like, yeah, of course, I'm going to take care of the family first, all that. And then he went that evening to the mall, and I was like, are you serious? You went to the mall, of all places. So yes, there are still people going to malls, even in the midst of horrible diseases that are rampaging through. Is it considered a disease? I guess it's a virus. I don't really know the definition of disease per se. Probably not. I'm not an intelligent man. I'm just a fool who sometimes reads things and pretends that he knows what he's talking about. I don't hate the 357. It would be better than the Glock that we picked up, but like, I don't have space, and I'm tired of micromanaging space. Ignore. Not really anything on these corpses either. Yeah, I do think we're going to end up spending another night in the mall. We're just so injured that I really can't risk leaving, because if we leave and we get followed, we end up cornered and we have to fight our way out, there's a good chance we could take some serious damage. What's really interesting to me is that our torso is doing fine despite only having a leather jacket and the rucksack. Oh, it's literally just the leather jacket. Oh, we have the compression top. That's a little helpful. But basically, that leather jacket is protecting us from more damage than an army helmet is. What's the coverage on the army helmet? Is it like... Probably not that much. 85%. That's way higher than I thought it would be. And it has way better protection values than the leather jacket. So I'm really surprised we're getting hit in the head so much compared to our torso. Also our legs, because we have like basically no protection. And like I said, our leather pants are on the way out. Let's continue. If I can just get like one or two more. I feel embarrassed. I don't think we're going to actually make it out of the mall in this stream. I think we're going to stay here another night. So that whole, I think my stream title is literally something like, let's escape the mall. So that's mildly misleading. Come on now. Fat zombie, where'd you go? Distracting amounts of pain, we're bleeding. Honestly, at this point, it's just about holding down the button and murdering all the zombies, I guess. More empty lighters. I thought that was fixed. We really should check the corpses. We actually don't have... We only have like one matchbook with a handful of matches. So while we're here... No. Why don't we look for multi-tools? Pretty good. Another empty lighter. Really could use a fire starting source. Flashlight, no. Really need a lighter. Another multi-tool and some heroin. I mean, we're in a lot of pain, but I don't really like taking drugs in the game. Or in real life, for that matter. Just looking for... We ran into this before. Does no one smoke anymore? Where are your lighters? Even if you don't smoke... There are two things every human being should have in their pocket at all times. Number one is a pocket knife, useful in basically a jillion situations in day-to-day life, and a lighter. You should always have those two things in your pocket as far as I'm concerned. Does he have a working laptop? I usually can't find one. One of these corpses has the laptop on them. I generally don't bother with them. I'm sure that they have a value. I just don't care. I never really use them for anything. I don't bother with any of the electronics generally. What do you need a laptop for? All the USBs. Some of them have high tier recipes on them. Oh, I didn't know that. I never bother with that stuff. Use the laptop, then select the USBs. Metasoft, miscellaneous software. No idea what to do with them. Yeah, I always thought like the Metasoft would be something that you could take to an auto dock that would increase the percentage chance. Like, I think it would be cool if you could plug that into the auto dock and the auto dock would be like, oh, now I have access to how to install CBMs a little bit more of a pre-programmed way so that it relies less on player skills and has a higher percentage. That's what I always hoped for. Same with the Hack Pro. I always hoped like, you know, you could, I don't know, plug those things into a laptop and it would up your computer skill for a hack or something like that. But I don't think that's... I don't know anything about that. I always play the game the same way. We talk about it all the time. I don't know why people are entertained watching me play Cataclysm, because I always play the same dang game over and over and over and act the same way and do the same things. And I don't know. Here's the exit. I mean... We'll kill this zombie and we'll be ready to run if we need to. Okay, a couple zombies. I don't think they can break the glass, but they can still push in around us. We'll just fight them here, I think. Leather pants was destroyed, which dropped several items, which is not great because that's more space we're gonna have to fit in our rucksack if we want to take the same amount of stuff. Let's retreat to the bookstore to get our stamina back. Just gonna take baby steps out into the yes, zombie dangerously close. Yes, hello zombie. Left leg's looking not so great. We got another bite on us, which is also not great. We do have more antiseptic than we had in our bag. We have a first aid kit as well. Well, I don't know what items were dropped. I don't see anything. Okay, let's get our stamina back. Let's treat our wound, our bite wound. Grab our rucksack. We will try to duck out to the... I mean, we seem to have everything. We are overweight, which is not really a big deal. Let's activate our antiseptic. Treat that wound immediately. Distressing pain. Our stats are lower, which of course has been making fighting much more difficult. Let's take some aspirin. It's not really going to help much, but take some aspirin. And why don't we try to... okay. We're close to a house. Let's just try to make it to the house. If we can get into the house, we can drop our pack and make a stand if a bunch of them follow us. We're not going to pulp the corpses. We are going to check if we dropped anything of value. That would be like the multi-tool, which we would like to take with us. We did drop some stuff. Give me the hemostatic powder. We can leave the battery. Don't care about most of that other stuff. The bandages would be nice. I don't really care about the multivitamins. Okay. Okay. Baby steps. Just make it to the house. Move quietly. Don't... Okay. I was going to say don't run if you can avoid it. We should probably... I don't want to fight you. See, and here's the thing with Cataclysm, right? If I were talking to a new player, I would recommend that you never plow forward into an undiscovered location in hopes of escape. Because, like, here we've been engaged with this zombie, it sees us, we're going to get into a fight. The smartest play is always to back up to an area that you know is relatively clear. In this case, we would drop our bags and then engage the zombie. The dumb thing to do would be to run into the darkness and try to find our way to the house, because for all we know, there's a huge horde right here, and we just haven't seen them. So, like, I'm starting to feel pressure, like, I just want to run for it and get away, but it's the dumb thing to do and would not be in our best interest to do that. So we're going to back up. I'm going to do things the smart way, because I'm a smart man. Definitely not a big dummy. Engage this Zambi. Hello, Zambi. I would like to not fight out here as well. I see a zombie child coming. I would like to not fight outside because of the noise into the area around us. Let's get our stam back. Oh, we can't close that door. We'll back all the way up. We did stop bleeding there. Stam's okay, but I would like to be at the top. We had 3 zombies. 4 zombies follow us. I just don't know where you came from. I wasn't running or making that much noise. It must have been from outside when they heard us fighting. And that's what I mean. We could have easily been engaged by multiple enemies. Our health is getting to the point where I don't feel comfortable fighting anymore, but I don't know what else to do. I would like to get out. Again, we're winding down to like the end of the stream. I just wanted to escape. That's all I wanted. Let's bludgeon some enemies here. Keep an eye on that health. Come over here. Stop our bleeding. Oh, we have to be barehanded. Just use an adhesive bandage. Ignore. Didn't even stop the bleeding. I mean, it's kind of like putting a band-aid on a gushing wound. It probably wouldn't do much, but I really thought like it was a light enough wound that it would be okay. We have stopped bleeding. What do we got in chat? Bleed and a bite, yeah. Super fun looking at random people's personal photos in game. Yeah, that's an odd part. I think in the zombie apocalypse you might do something like that because it would make you feel like you had a human connection even when you didn't actually do it. Like I wrote a novel several years ago where the girl was the main character was so broken inside that she was just so desperate for like any human interaction that she would do stuff like that, like look through photo albums and whatnot. But I don't think that that is something that we're gonna pulp these corpses, just because I do think we're gonna end up spending another night here. Yes, because we're a little injured. I'm starting to get to the point with my limbs, because breaking a limb is devastating. Like, breaking a limb is one of the worst things you can have happen to your character in game. I would rather die than break a limb in Cataclysm because of the recovery rate. I guess it's been years since I've broken a limb. Maybe it's not so bad anymore, but used to be just awful. So I'm really nervous to venture out when my limbs are in such a damaged position. So we're gonna just see how far we can walk, I was gonna say, without finding more zombies. First aid kit, very good, very good. Can't carry it, of course. Let's just drop. I don't need the batteries. It's fine. We'll find more batteries. Give me the first aid kit. It has so much good stuff. Still can't. Right, because our pants have been destroyed. Ugh. Yep. Yep. Wear the rucksack. Wield the cudgel. Wield. Yes. Of course, this is more zombie. You're ripping my rucksack. Of course. Like, literally, no one was here a minute ago. So we're gonna leave. Like, this has been terrible. It's just been too much fighting. We're too injured. We have yet another bite from that very brief moment that we were around the zombies. Can't afford to keep doing this. Our leg is so broken. Apparently I had my mouse cursor there the whole time. I don't feel comfortable going out. Have to stay here another night, which is a bummer, frankly. Like, I just wanted to get out in this stream. That's okay, though. We'll head back, and we will, this time, before we sleep, we will make sure that we treat our wounds. Is very, very important, because we would like to have our limbs recover before we attempt escape. I just really don't want a broken limb. It just sets you back so much, at least the way it used to be. So, what do we got? Zombies, at least you got away. He would not, if you turn off the light right away, then run. You memorize them from reading. I thought it was only from crafting. I think it is only crafting to memorize a recipe. Flash a light. So again, I mentioned this before. If you flash a light, you now stay lit up for a turn or two after you turn off the light. So even if I just flicker my flashlight, I can see. I turn off the flashlight. The enemies can still see me right now, even though I am seeing darkness. How do I... There was a way to see that, wasn't there? Because that's how turrets... That's how we used to handle turrets, but now, if you do that with a turret, the turret has a window in which it can see you and fire at you. So I assume that it's the same for zombies as well. Just don't die. This is the best run you will have in months. I hope not. That's what a terrible thing to say. I hope that's not true. Autodoc speed up limb recovery. Get that heartbeat sound out of here. Autodoc speed up limb recovery. Yeah, they have, don't they have the option to set bones now? I like the Autodocs have been getting expanded. Broke my legs twice on my most recent successful playthrough. I just had to stay in the home base area for days. Acid, then Skeletal Hulk. Yeah. Acid zombies are for sure the #1 cause of broken legs in Cataclysm. Anyway, I don't think we're going to be escaping today, and like I said, going to be a short stream, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. I'm going to leave myself in the state that we're currently in. That way I can remember to treat my wounds basically immediately upon getting in game next time when we finally go to sleep, because we're in bad shape. We got a lot of fighting today, so hopefully that wasn't terrible. I know we didn't get a lot done today, but short stream is what it was. Well, this was worth showing up for. I hope you mean that genuinely and not being sarcastic. I mean, you know, you didn't have to come out if you didn't want to watch. But everybody have a nice day, and hopefully you had a good time, and I'll be back with more Cataclysm in the near future. So for now, thanks for watching, and see you later.